Hello everyone, welcome to our video. Our topic is graphing linear function using intercepts. So for this activity, you will only submit one, that is the practice sheet. So you have to complete the practice sheet that you can download from the grade 7 e-learning document. This will fall under Wednesday. Okay, so you have two inquiry questions. You need to be able to answer the questions: what are intercepts and how do you use intercepts to graph linear functions? Okay, so first thing, let's go over the important vocabulary. First is the x-intercept. Remember that this video is about graphing using intercepts. There will be two intercepts. One is x-intercept and it's color coded. So this purple one is the x-intercept. This is the coordinate or a point where the graph crosses the x-axis. Remember that the x-axis is this horizontal line. So the point in your linear function line that touches the x-axis is your x-intercept. And this happens when the y-coordinate is 0. And I'm going to explain it again later on. The other intercept is called y-intercept and it's colored green like right here. And the y-intercept is the point that touches the y-axis, the vertical line. So for this yellow line that represents the linear function, this point is the y-intercept. And this only happens when the x is 0. So take note, if you are looking x-intercept, so x, that means the y is 0. The other coordinate is 0. So if we are looking for the y-intercept, the other one, which is x, should be 0. Okay? I'll write this down in your notebook so that you will remember. Okay, so let's get started. Examples of x-intercepts. Okay, here are the three examples, and then you will notice, remember that the first number is your x-coordinate, and then the last one or the second is y-coordinate. So if it's x-intercepts, your y is always 0. Okay, then examples of y-intercept is the opposite. That means that your x coordinate are 0. So here you have 0 and negative 44. So remember, for the y-intercept, x is equal to 0. So let's get started. We now want to graph the line of the linear function. Okay, given an equation or function which is 4x plus 3y equals 12, using intercepts, to find the x-intercept, y should be 0. So your y is over here and we are going to replace that with 0. So I use red for that. So now I have 4x, I copied 4x plus 3 and replace y by 0 equals 12. If we keep going, 3 times 0 is 0, so this term will be gone. It will be just 4x equals 12. If we continue using one-step equation to get the value of x, we're using the inverse operation. So this is multiply, we use divide. We divide both sides by 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. So your x is 3. So that means that your x-intercept is 3. Okay, so if I'm using this grid, so I have here the y-axis and x-axis. So 1, 2, 3. So walking to the right, if there's a person walking to the right 3 units, and it's not going to go up because remember, y is 0. Okay, so now let's find y-intercept. If it's y-intercept, again, I'm using the color green. This time, it's the x that is 0. So using the same equation, instead of replacing y, I'm now replacing x with 0. Plus 3y equals 12. Now, if we multiply 0 to 4, it will be 0. So we have 3y equals 12. Divide both sides by 3. So y will become 1. Y is equal to 12 divided by 3 is a 4. So your y is 4. Remember that in y-intercept, the x is 0. So that means if we're going to graph it, then the person is not going to walk to the right nor to the left because x is 0, but instead y is positive 4, then the lift or the elevator is going to go up 4 points, and I'm going to put it over there. So I have an x-axis, y-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4. I now have 2 points. So using the intercepts, I can now graph the line of the linear function. So I'm just going to connect these 2 points and then draw a longer line because all the points in that line are part of 4x plus 3y equals 12. Here's your line. And then you are done graphing 4x plus 3y equals 12. Okay. Another example. How about we graph the equation 4x plus 8y equals 24 using the x and y intercepts. So first, you're going to find the x and y intercepts and then plot both intercepts and draw a line through them connecting with a straight edge. Okay, so for x-intercept, again, I'm using purple. That means I am going to make y 0, and I'm going to put that there. I'm using, again, red to indicate the 0 value. So 8 times 0 is 0, so that will be gone. We will only have 4x equals 24. We divide both sides by 4, so 24 divided by 4 is 6. So x is 6. I'm now writing it as a point. In your exercise that you're going to do for the practice sheet, you need to write them as points. So x coordinate is 6, y coordinate is 0. So that's the value. Now let's move on and get the y-intercept. Okay, y-intercept is green. This time it's the x that is 0, so I'm replacing x with 0. And then I have 8y equals 24. 4 times 0 is 0, so you only have 8y equals 24. Divide both sides by 8, so 24 divided by 8 is 3. So your y is 3. Again, this is written in the coordinate or as a point. So y is 0, so I just wrote 0, and the y is 3. Now that we have the 2 points, we can now graph them. And remember, once you graph them, just connect those 2 points. I am going to show you what it looks like. So here we go. You have your 6, 0, which is the x-intercept over here along the x-axis. And then the y is 3, 0, 3. And so 0 and then 3 up. Then now you can connect those 2 points. You now have the line for function 4x plus 8y equals 24. If you are still confused, remember to go back and watch the video again because this is what you're going to do in the exercise. Okay, so download the practice sheet that you are going to find on a Wednesday e-learning document. The instructions are to find the intercepts and use the intercepts to graph the function. When you are done, you take a clear photo of your work or scan it and then upload it in ManageBack. You can also download the PDF and use the PDF and edit from there. You do not have to really do the pen and paper way of doing it. Okay, so upload it in ManageBack under the task title Virtual School Intercepts. Okay, bye.